Hello. Do any of you know what the second leading cause of lung cancer is in the United States? If you live in western Minnesota, North Dakota, all the way over to Idaho, you live in what's known as the radon belt, and you are most likely being affected by radon. My name is Daniel Wood, and I am a subcontractor for a company called Radon Remedies, and we do radon mitigation in this area. Today I will explain why fan mitigation is superior to all other systems. First, I'll start by explaining what radon is, how it hurts you, why you should even be worried about it. Then I'll move into what fan mitigation is, exactly why it's the best, and I'll compare it to other systems based on effectiveness. From a 2014 article concerning knowledge, assessing radon knowledge and concern in Nova Scotia, only 18% of people know the risks of radon or know why they're dangerous. Basically, radon is a breakdown of uranium in soil. There isn't a lot of uranium in soil, about a teaspoon for every dump truck. But that's enough to let out gases in the amount that could be harmful to your family or yourself. It's dangerous when it seeps through a foundation and gets trapped inside of your walls, like in a basement, or even if it went up to the second floor of your house. It could be dangerous because you're breathing in those harsh particles. They're getting stuck to your lungs, and it causes a breakdown of your lung walls, and eventually it leads to lung cancer. So it can be very dangerous if not treated. There are many different ways to treat it, and in my opinion, fan mitigation is the most effective. From a 2011 article, mitigation of radon and thoron decay products by filtration, the authors found that a proper fan filtration system can lower radon levels up to 80% in a typical household. This was a scientific study that was done for a medical journal. Another huge point about fans is that they have a long-term last. They are rated for 10 to 15 years at least, and even when they go bad, they're very easy to take out. I have a picture of a system that I had done. I don't really know a good way to get it on here, but that's how the fan sits. So basically, when your fan dies, all you have to do is take it out of there and put a new one in. Very simple. So that's another added positive for fans. There are other systems that are less superior to fan. The other main system that is used is called natural pressure. And natural pressure is basically taking PVC pipe, running it through your foundation, and sealing it up really good, and hoping that the radon will just want to escape through it. That can be very effective, but it also relies on having all of your foundation completely sealed, which can be a really big task, especially in a finished basement, which most people do have a finished basement. If you have one crack around, the natural pressure system will not work. But even with a fan filtration system, cracks could hurt it, but because of the power of the fan, you're more likely to have a very good vacuum suction from underneath your foundation. There is another common one where instead of drilling into your slab and putting pipe down it in any sort, you just go around and you fill all the cracks with caulk, and you just hope that no radon can seep through anywhere. This is not a very good technique because there's obviously a lot of ways that you can mess that up. If you miss one crack somewhere, then there was no point in even doing it in the first place. That's kind of the same with natural pressure. One little crack anywhere could end up making your system useless. But with a fan, it's always creating that vacuum, because even if you have a crack somewhere, think of it as a fan pulling up this way would pull in air from the other cracks and still bring it into a cycle, just because of how powerful the fan is. And the pipe that you use is all dependent on the size of your foundation. Most houses up here, we usually use 4.5-inch pipe, so you have a 4.5-inch fan, which creates a lot of pressure, especially for a house that might be a little bit undersized. The pressure created by the fan would be enough to not even have to worry about a lot of the cracks. So that's another added bonus. I like to think of it as if you had a pipe like this and you had a balloon underneath it, and that balloon was filled with stuff, with air or something, and you just let all that balloon go out, it's like it creates a vacuum of sorts going out the pipe. That's how you can think of a fan mitigation system. And you can kind of see why it is definitely more effective than just hoping and praying that the radon will want to go out through the hole. In conclusion, fan mitigation is superior. Because of how dangerous radon is, and how the need to protect yourself or your family from its dangers is so relevant, you want to rely on a very good system. And a fan system compared to natural pressure or just sealing your foundation is far more superior and will save you a lot of visits from the hospital. You don't want your family to be hurt by lung cancer. So, if you need to take action against radon, remember, only choose a system that will be good enough to protect your family.